So somebody was asking on the forums how to do custom melee colliders, so you could have enemies attack from further away. And I made this video for them, but I thought probably other people would find it interesting too. So I just cut this together into a really quick live record demo. So yeah, if you want to know how to let enemies attack from further away further away than the default distance, then follow along. Okay, so melee enemy stuff from a further distance. This is just a goblin axe, right? He has an idle state. All the idle state does is it sets this min distance variable once, and then it keeps setting it. As soon as he sees you here, alerted gets set to 1, which means that when it comes into idle, it will just immediately hit alerted 1 and go to deciding. So this happens once. And then after that, it's basically going into deciding. It's getting a distance to the player. If the player is greater than 120 from the goblin, then he will chase. And if the distance is less than or equal to 120, then he will swing, right? And if he is chasing you and he gets within 120, he will swing. And so we get this behavior. So he now does his melee attack from further away. You can't control the melee damage distance, so basically he won't do you damage unless you get within the normal melee attack distance, which is kind of a problem, right? Because I can be standing here, he's still going to do his swing attack, but I don't get hurt. I have to go and stand here if I want to get hurt. So if we want him to be able to hurt you from further away, and obviously that would kind of probably be better with a 3D enemy where the weapon is going to swing with depth towards you instead of this where he's quite clearly miles away from you. But let's imagine I have a 3D enemy with a proper weapon that's swinging into my character from where he is to where I am. If I wanted that to hit me, then we're going to have to do something slightly different. But we can create an extra collision collider for his attack that will damage me. So we get decorations and we make a new decoration called melee attack collider. Let's call it melee attack collider. We'll set its radius to whatever his attack. So he will attack when he's within 120 units of me. So the radius of this I think needs to be 120. We'll make it a little bit bigger, 123. It is not solid, and it will use trigger and not terminal for its script. And that's what we need. We don't even need to give it a thingy. What do you call it? We don't need to give it any kind of animation or whatever. Sorry, there's a police helicopter going crazy outside. I don't know if you can hear it. Apologise for that. Anyway, whatever, it's not for me. So we create this melee attack collider decoration. And then in our project, we're going to go to our scripts folder and we're going to create a new script. And we're going to call it melee attack collider. And in that script, we're just going to do how much damage we want it to deal the player. So we'll do player hurt 10. And then we're going to do entity delete me, so the entity will delete itself, and then we'll do map quick return 2, so it will come straight back to the map again. And I think that's all it needs to do. So we now have this thing that will basically sit in the level, and if I walk into it, it'll hurt me for 10. Let's just stick one of those over there and just check that it works. See, it hurt me for 10. Now what we probably, well, whatever, we'll cover that in a sec. And then probably all we need to do is when the enemy does his attack here in his FSM, in the same frame, we're going to do spawn melee attack collider, and we're going to spawn it at the enemy with no velocity. So we can see if we do the debug and turn on colliders, that's the radius which I'll get hurt within, and then he should be spawning one of those when he swings his thing. And it will hurt me from further away, right? I get hurt. Now he's dealing me damage from much further. But obviously we have the problem that if I avoid the attack, the collider still stays and doesn't get destroyed. And I can't remember how I destroyed it before. Oh yeah, I know how I destroyed it before. So it's also going to need states. So in our states, we're going to duplicate this, and we're going to call it melee attack collider. Collider, brain fart. Can't remember how I spelled it. It's probably like that. And our melee attack collider It's going to have a really simple script. We're going to have image, melee, attack, collider 0, and then we're going to have state, idle, none, 0, frame 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, none, frame 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Actually, we should probably make this last for 1 frame, so 1.0.016, and then on this second frame we're just going to remove it straight away. And so that should basically, like, it should appear, it'll last for 1 frame and then it will get removed. So if we look over here, that question mark that was damaging me before is gone. And if I come over and get this guy, he should come towards me and he should swing his thing. Oh, but I don't get hurt. If I'm a little bit closer, I will get hurt. But only once. Oh, tricksy. What's going on there? Let's do some FSM debug. It's unreliable. Maybe we need to make this delay a little bit longer. Let's make that delay a little bit longer. How's that looking? Yeah, that's consistent. There we go. So now he's going to swing and he'll do me damage from further away. And that's how you can make your melee attack range longer than the default melee attack range. And obviously if you want to change how far away you get hit by, all you need to do is in your decoration settings, your melee attack glider, you can just change this radius here to be bigger or smaller, and that will do more or less. That will mean he can reach further or less far away. And that's it. That's how you do a melee attack glider for a longer distance attack range.